Facebook. It says it's going live. I am live on Facebook. All right. Let me try to do this YouTube. Oh, actually, I'm live on YouTube. Now I'm going live on Facebook. All right, give me a second, y'all. Just setting it up. Allow. All right, now I'm live on Facebook. Go live. All right, we streaming on everything now. Let me try to get myself live on Instagram. Yeah, y'all, I'm going live on everything. Now, I apologize for yesterday. For some reason, it would not work yesterday. It would not let me in. I did go live on Facebook, but I wasn't able to talk to y'all. So yesterday was supposed to be consultation Wednesday. So it was no way to be able to talk to y'all and answer questions. So now I'm live on the gram too. As soon as I turn the camera around. All right, what up? What up? Peace to the gods. Hope y'all can see me. All right. Move that out the way. And it's kind of funny because now that I know I'm on live, it feels kind of funny, you know what I mean? To know I'm talking to everyone. Yeah, that's much better. All right, all right. So let me get to the question and answers. Welcome to Jonah Bay Consultation Wednesday. I know it's not Wednesday because yesterday they didn't let me get on, but we're going to do it today on Thursday. This is normally my day off, you know what I mean? But we make it do what it do. Now, we got an upcoming seminar, March 13th. It's the Trust House Lawsuit webinar. It's where I'm going to show y'all how to get the house inside the trust, take it off the tax rolls, and then step to the bank under equity law to make them give you the house free and clear, shut it down. You know what I mean? Now, the premise of this show today is to be able to answer questions for all the people who are learned from me and doing remedies, make sure they're doing it right, ask me some questions and answers. A lot of people ain't doing this, but your boy Jonah Bay does it. So it's all good. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go to the chat room and it says peace. Hey, I need some guidance with a court child support issue. I challenged the jurisdiction and the hearing was canceled, but I got a de novo hearing notice today. Well, first of all, I'd like to ask you, did you even look up what the word de novo means? Now, a de novo means, from Latin, from the new. When a court hears a de novo, it is deciding the issue without reference to any conclusion or assumption made by the previous court to hear the case. The trial court may also hear a case de novo following appeal or arbitration decision. Now, what that means is you challenge the jurisdiction, but let me ask you something. What was it based on? What was your challenge to jurisdiction based on? See, so now I need more details. But I wouldn't have challenged the jurisdiction. What I would have did was challenge the constitutionality of it. I would have did a constitutional challenge. Number one, child support Goes against the Constitution. Number one, it doesn't have the separation from the state and the Fed. And it's a Supreme Court case on it saying that it violates separation of the state and the Fed. Now, also, you have something called the Bible, and Congress did something called a congressional record called the Year of the Bible, where it says everything in the Bible is true. Now, with that being said, the Bible says the sons and daughters must acknowledge their forefathers and foremothers for their days to be long on this earth. It never said anything about you had to honor your kid. Number two, the child support law is under 666. All you do is Google child support law 666. It'll come up. So what does that mean? They got you serving the devil if you go up under child support. So you put that into an affidavit of truth stating that God said you can't do it and you will never take on the mark of the beast. That'll shut the child support down. So you need to get more information, because it sounds to me, if you're challenging jurisdiction, you're just doing that normal more science temple mumbo jumbo that don't work. No disrespect to the more science temple, but it's a little outdated. But anyway, let me go to the first caller. I'm going to 424281. Peace to the God. Peace. How you doing out there?
Yeah, still one of them. I like her. Still one of them stuffy shit.
Yo, bro, are you on the line with me or not, man? You muffled.
I don't know the languages like that.
That nigga ain't even paying attention. I can't stand when people do that, y'all. I'm going to 631796. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, Sensei.
What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm so happy and thankful. I woke up today in great health. Wonderful. I'm magnificent. I love what I'm learning. And there's more that I'm stumbling on day in and day out, and I'm grateful for it. And I appreciate the wealth of knowledge that you're delivering to all of us that need it.
No doubt. Appreciate that.
I'm so happy and thankful, Lord, since the money come to me quickly and easily. I just have one question.
Sure.
I know I'm going to stumble upon it in the archive because I'm studying the archives, as you say. What congressional document can I reference to everyone in my family that doesn't believe that we are Moors? I'm saying to myself, I know it was said. It's
really not in a congressional record. It's not in a congressional record.
Okay.
It's a bunch of them that and a bunch of laws that actually kind of reference it, but it doesn't say it in plain English. Listen, if it ain't for them, it ain't for them. You know, it's many things you can say to them that really breaks down, like, how the hell did they move that many people from Africa and bring them here to America? You know, especially since they didn't have ships and boats like that. You know, the ships and boats that they had back then was 45 feet long, which means it was the size of a tractor trailer. Now, how do you move 1 billion people to America from Africa or England? Don't you know they would still be moving those people now? Because they said they brought 500 million people got here, and they lost half of them in the Middle Passage. That's impossible. Now, also, why is it that your grandmama and all your great grandmama and all of them said that y'all were Indians, y'all came from here? Yeah, it's time for y'all to start listening to your ancestors instead of these so-called teachers. But like I said, if the information ain't vibrating with their soul, it's really not for them.
Okay, true. Thank you, Sensei. I'm the yield the floor.
All right,
Let
peace.
everybody else get in, because yesterday I was waiting. I was like, what's going on?
Man, you was waiting, and so was I.
I yield, Sensei.
All right, peace. It's crazy. It ain't that many people with their hands up. We got a few, but I'm used to so many. I'm going to 407-668. Peace to the God. What's going on?
Peace to the God, Jonah Bay. I'm so happy and thankful that large sums of money, perfect health and safety flow to me quickly and easily into yourself, God. Peace.
Peace, peace. Ashe. Thank you for that affirmation. So what's going on, man?
We missed you yesterday.
I know. I tried to get on. It would not. Blog Talk wouldn't let me get on. And now I did get on Facebook, but the problem with Facebook was I couldn't talk to y'all. I couldn't get questions. So what was the point? I didn't have a dissertation ready. I wasn't ready to teach a lesson. I was ready to answer questions. So I just cut it short.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's crazy about that, man? You got our people need therapy. There's a lot of our people that's insane.
Oh boy,
they're insane.
Talking about that.
Some chick, and I hate to say this, but it is mostly melanated women. But some chick was talking about she had a case. She had to go to court today. She got on the show to ask me questions, and she couldn't. And then wanted me to answer questions on my personal phone number. Now, and then she's talking about something don't add up, this, that. First of all, check this out. I don't give a damn about your case. You got yourself in trouble. Number one. Number two, why the hell would you wait one day before you had to go to court to contact someone that could help you? Number two, if it was that damn important to you, you would have got a consultation like I asked you to, and I'd have called you because you had an emergency, right? Yeah, so your emergency has nothing to do with me. I studied. You see all the law books behind me. I studied law to get myself out of issues, and I have no issues no more. And I studied it before I had issues. You need to do that. So-called black people, Moors, y'all need to stop procrastinating and waiting to do stuff at the last minute. The time to learn this information is before you have a problem, not after. But anyway, peace, God. What up? What's going on with you?
I got two things, Jonah Bay. One, on the executive letter.
Yeah.
When you purchase it, do you communicate with the person on the,
no?
What
it's a template, God. Why would I? Okay, how the hell do you think you're gonna buy a template, right, and get a consultation?
Just action. I figure I got it.
Hell no. That's like saying you go to the movies and you buy a ticket to see the movie. Are you able to talk to the actors that's in the movie? You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. Hell no.
Oh man. Okay, I got it. And I'll just draft it according to my situation from there.
Right.
They have the same tenements.
I would tell you that if you want to discuss it or you have any questions, get on the air and ask me for free. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, I'll get it first and then put it together, and then we'll kind of go through it on the air and shit.
Absolutely.
All right, the next thing was, if you start in a case,
yes.
First things first, would you put in the discovery before a motion to dismiss, before a check?
Discovery goes in before anything. If you go in the archives, sure. I taught that in the archives. Mm-hmm. I showed you the rule.
Oh yeah.
And matter of fact, all you got to do is pull up discovery, Federal Rules of Procedure Discovery Rule. And it'll come up and you'll read it yourself. You got to do that before you do anything. Don't do anything but ask for discovery, because if you don't, you're going to waive your right to discovery. Now,
and then from
first
there,
of all, the
okay,
Constitution of every state says you have the right to face your accuser and to know the the actual charges that's against you. Now, all of that, they wrote it down as discovery. So if you don't ask for discovery, you are actually waiving a constitutional secured right. Now, most of the time, they really don't have no evidence. Now, how they going to have evidence if the person that is accusing you is a corporation? A corporation ain't a live person. So no, you should never let them even start the case. You should always ask for discovery. See, and that's what I'm saying. Old girl should have been calling, asking about this type of stuff like you're doing now, way ahead of time.
Facts. Yep.
Anything else?
That's why you're here, man. You made a space for that. So once you get that answer within 30 days, they got, then you would actually put that Constitution via the motion for judicial notice and put that into the case from there. So then you could use that to rebut the discovery if they bring the discovery up.
Well, first of all, if they give you discovery, then you're going to go through the discovery and say, I deny, I deny, I deny, I deny. And then do your affidavit of truth. And you might want to do some interrogatories for them to answer. You ask them questions so they can answer. You see what I'm saying? Court is the paperwork. You do paperwork back and forth. Now, problem is most of us melanated Moors don't know that. So we put in this affidavit, that affidavit. We don't go back and forth with them. So we never have court. So then y'all wait until the hearing and you be like, oh, now it's time for hearing. Also, the reason why they ignore your affidavits are y'all not following the rules. Y'all not giving it to the proper people and stuff like that. For instance, if you are doing discovery, you ask them for discovery. Boom, you give them 30 days and then you do a motion to compel discovery. And when you do a motion to compel discovery, you have to give it to the clerk of court. You have to give it to the court administrator and the opposing attorney. So it is the court administrator that will now go in there and say, yo, listen, y'all got to give him discovery. Now, if you don't do it correctly, you're going to say, oh, they ignored my motion for discovery. Now, it's just like if you're on a basketball court. You playing basketball, you're playing against the other team. They're following the rules, but you keep on picking up the ball and running with it. That's called what? Walking.
Double dribbling.
It's called double dribbling, traveling, walking, right? So even if you make a point, you might have made 20 points that way. None of them shits count. That's the same shit they do in court. You ain't following the rules, none of this shit count. This is why I taught y'all rules. I mean, I went through the first 2 years of teaching y'all rules. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, John Bay. Absolutely. Right. Well, I appreciate it, God.
All right, peace, God.
I'm in the background listening. Peace.
No doubt. All right, someone in the chat. See, it's hard to deal with the questions in the chat. But Sabir Hakeem Bey said 7. Yolanda Faye on Facebook asked, I have a car that was charged off. They did not give a 1099-C. I still have the car. How can I set off or discharge? Well, first of all, if you still have the car, it has been discharged. They're not coming after the car. I really need to talk to you to hear more details to answer that question. But the facts is you're trying to get the title and you probably want to sell it. Well, that's the whole point. They don't give you the title because if it got discharged, they don't want you to try to sell it because it's been discharged. You actually are mixing public and private if you do a private set off or discharge and then sell it to the public again. It's never supposed to go back into the public. In all actuality, you're supposed to be putting it in a trust. So without more information, I can't give you more to that answer. Dr. Thomas, 85. Without being officially in a trust registered, can the code be used in a case 18 USC 112? Now, I don't even specifically remember what 18 USC 112 is. So I'm pulling it up. See, y'all all want to listen. Protection of foreign officials, official guests, and internationally protected person. Check it. They're not talking about y'all. You are like, y'all must still be in that group. Y'all got to still be in that group because someone else texts me the same question, right? This isn't for you. This is literally for people that are officials of America being, let's say, in Africa, a foreign diplomat. That's who that law is for, a foreign diplomat. Are you a foreign diplomat? You might say, oh, yeah, Jonah, I'm a Moor from Morocco. Well, where's our foreign diplomacy and all that that's talking to United States that's given? It's defunct. That doesn't apply to you because our government isn't up and running right now. This ain't up in the 1800s. Morocco ain't running. They got y'all believing that the Morocco of today that was only created in 1920 over in Africa is the Morocco. That's what they want you to believe. It's not. But there is no council office or anything for the Moroccan Empire. It doesn't apply to you. Hope that answers your question. And it doesn't matter if you're officially in trust. You would have to go into trust, make it what's it called? What is it called? They'll come to me later, but they'll give you permission to be that. And then you would be officially governed. They would have to recognize you the same way Morocco had to recognize United States before it was considered a country. So therefore, you ain't gonna get that. It's not gonna happen. Not the way things are now. All right, so I'm going to the next caller. I'm going to, I lost my place. I'm going to 310403. Peace to the God. Peace.
What up, Joe?
What up, man? How are you?
Hey, good, man. I'm doing real good. Yeah. Yes. I'm glad I got you today. Usually I can't get in early enough. I think I caught people slipping. They weren't ready for you tonight.
Nah, see, they was ready last night. And I left a message that I was going to get on tonight because I missed last night, right? But, a lot of people, they don't read. A lot of us don't read. We don't pay attention. And even when I was canceling the show last night, I told people I was getting on. I had other people, spread it around. I'll get on tonight. But, people are people.
No doubt. Oh, yeah, it's good to hear you dropping that knowledge either way. They catch it on the replay.
Yeah.
So, man. Question I have for you tonight. When you going to get that, that EIN, that trust EIN, does it matter what type of trust you pick when they give you all those selections?
You're gonna just pick trust. I never seen that many selections. I just picked trust and took it from there.
Okay. I must have got to the wrong spot where it has like irrevocable and all those other different types.
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
I never even got that choice.
Okay.
That's why I'm
Like
trying to do a little video on showing y'all how to do it. But like I said, right, I'm probably gonna have to get with someone pre-recorded. Get someone that can electronically block out their social, so then y'all could see the steps. Of course, you know I don't know how to do it. I'm not that savvy.
Right. But okay. So then we get that joint, and then we're just gonna use that to open up the trust bank account instead of the 9-8.
Yes. The 9-8 is not going to work anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, some people that work at certain banks don't know no better and might open it, but you get people that know what they're doing, they ain't opening up that account. And nor do you want it open because, like I said, you don't want to pierce your 9-8 foreign trust. The 9-8 is a foreign trust completely, and it's meant to be a holding trust, the whole property, not to do any type of commerce.
Right. So it doesn't even really need a bank account then. Okay.
Right.
That's what's up. And then, well, then should we still use the foreign trustee then, or we just should use the domestic?
Of course you.
If
I just said the 9-8 is a foreign trust, it can only be foreign unless you have a foreign trustee, man.
I mean, to open up the bank
account. You don't have to. You don't have to, but I would.
Okay.
I would, but you don't have to.
Okay.
And not to mention,
it's all Tesla.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, my bad. Not to mention.
Nah,
Oh, that was my bad. I cut you off.
Yeah, it's all good. Anything else?
Nah, man, good.
All right, peace, God. Wonderful talking to you. ISS7 Love is saying, I'm in a LLC and a 5013C with 2 other people in the public. I'm working on becoming private. They are not. Do I need to remove the information from those LLCs and that will remain in the public so that I'm not mixing public and private? Listen, some things you have to operate in the public, and there's some things that should be operated in the private. Now, I can't really answer that question not knowing what type of commerce it's going to be doing in the public. Like, if you're doing business with the actual public and need licensings and all that, you're going to need your LLC. And you just make the trust the owner of that LLC or one of the owners of that LLC. And that's the best you can do is get a reduced tax, right? But without more information, I can't give you more information on that. All right. Now it says, peace, God, violation of the speedy trial proposed order motion to dismiss is being ignored. Do we motion to compel the constitutional challenge or both? You said a lot. Violation of the speedy trial proposed order motion to dismiss is being ignored. So you did a motion that said they violated the speedy trial. And you go on and ask, should you be doing a motion to compel the 5.1? I could tell you just by what you're telling me, you didn't follow the rules, right? It sounds like you put quite a few things in, and you didn't put them in the right order either. You're gonna need a consultation. I'm gonna need to see that paperwork. Now, Crown Talk Drum says, does a creative property trust have to be in a person's name? I don't know what a creative property trust is. Where did you get that term from? What book? What's the source? And all that. I can't answer that question. Sound like it's some damn public trust. And I don't deal in public trust. I deal in private trust. And I teach y'all how to do private trust. And I taught y'all directly from the equity laws of Georgia and directly from the Wise, Concise Trustee Handbook. So if you want to know more about that, you go to jonahbay.com and pick up the Trust Webinar Part 1 and Part 2. And also Google the Wise Trustee Handbook and read that. And it tells you what you can and can't do. And it doesn't matter if it's a public trust or a private trust, it still tells you what you can and can't do. All right. Taiwan. Thank you for your time, Jonah. Can you explain how to stay out of court for the newcomers that don't have any issues and want to stay that way? Okay, great question. First thing I would do is go to jonahbay.com and pick up the injunction. The injunction. Because what you want to do is put your straw man on the do not detain list. That's going to keep you out of trouble as much as possible. Only way that injunction is not going to work is you're somewhere where you didn't do an injunction, or you did bodily harm to someone or stole their property. The injunction won't work. But for all those victimless crime joints, it'll work great. Okay, so that's what they want to do is do their injunction first, then start getting your birth certificate authenticated and all that, so that you can stop them from doing securities on the straw man. All right, so it says, thank you for that question. All right, I'm going back to the call line. I'm going to chill on the chat for a second. I'm going to 702807. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God.
What's up, my brother?
Peace, God.
Peace.
Peace, bro. You already know.
Man, he got dropped. He got dropped that quick. All right. Let me go to another caller. I'm going to 727-389. Peace to the God. By the way, y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm streaming on Instagram. I'm streaming on YouTube, and I'm also streaming on Facebook Live. So you can actually see the show as it's going down. Anyway, peace to God. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, man? I wanted to know for the newcomers, like, should we be doing the injunction or the super injunction? Which one should come first?
Oh man, great question. Injunction. The super injunction is meant for the trust to do, not for the straw man. The injunction of your state. And before you can do a super injunction, you got to do a regular injunction. You got to be on the do not detain list before they can expand it and make it work in every state.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I had, man. Thanks for all your work you're doing, man, for us.
All right.
Really
Thank you, brother.
that.
No doubt. Peace. All right. 111111111. Peace to the God. Peace.
Hey, peace, Jonah.
What's up? Turn your radio off.
Yeah, I was just trying to get to it. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Wonderful, magnificent, and great.
Ashe.
I see you looking all spiffy over there. I was looking at you on the live.
No doubt.
You bringing that heat, ain't you, boy? You bringing that heat. You bringing that heat.
Moors, look your best. Moors, do your best.
Moors, do your best.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm proud of you. Keep representing. Keep trying to bring us up to the level that we need to. We appreciate you. Appreciate all your efforts and your hard work, because we got a lot of resistance out here.
Yeah,
so,
man.
We need that extra encouragement from you. Because man, these people, like the dude was asking about his family, like how can I convince my family? He's gonna have to do it first. Like,
exactly.
He's gonna have to just
he can do it first, and they still not gonna come along. My family
And they
don't.
still
My
don't. They
brother,
gonna be
my
like,
sister,
oh,
and all them.
yeah.
My mama and them. They ain't into this. And I mean, tell you
Nah.
the truth, I really don't mess with them because of that.
Exactly. Yeah, he just gonna have to. You know, it's like getting into heaven. Like the Bible said, if you was a Christian at one point, it said you got to work on your own salvation.
Exactly. I don't have time.
So when people start to understand that, when you start to realize that, even if it comes to heaven and you're doing all this Christianity stuff, it tells you can only get yourself into heaven. So you got to think about this.
You were born by yourself. You was born by yourself.
Not only that,
you ain't gonna leave with nobody either.
Yeah, but they teaching us this every single day. But for some reason, we feel like, you know, when we doing stuff like this, which is like you taught us with the W.A. Ben, is God's infinite. What is it? Heaven? What is it? What was it?
Allah. The W stands for Allah. The 8 is infinite, and Ben means son.
Infinite.
Allah's infinite son. So that's Jesus.
Yeah. In the flesh. So saying, like, until we get to realize that, you know, we're not gonna be able to take nobody with us. They're gonna have to come on their own.
Right.
You know, so
and I don't worry about no one else. I worry about what I'm doing. I worry about when I think of God, I look in the mirror. And being that I see God within myself, I see God within all of y'all. So I try definitely not to disrespect God.
Exactly. Well, I'll say you're doing a great job. We appreciate you out here. You know, somebody got to tell you. And somebody got to do it. I'm glad it's you. I'm glad it's somebody that, you know, holding us down, because like I said, you know, we got a lot to deal with. And as we see our people more and more now, you know, they going for the okie dokie. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, man. I mean, just look at, they voted for Biden and look crazy.
Look at what he's doing.
Right.
Looking crazy. And now they got him looking like he's doing something for them, and he ain't done nothing for them. Did you see they just passed the Senate thing for the, they're trying to pass a bill for the LGBT, giving them like protection and all that?
No, I didn't. But I thought they already had that law that if you beat up someone that's homosexual.
He signed it into Senate, into Congress to get it out there, because he put it on here. That was one of the first things he did when he sat down.
I thought it was already a hate crime to beat up one.
No, it's like it didn't pass yet. He's trying to he had to sign it into he had to put it on. I'm gonna put it on my Facebook. I mean my Instagram. I read it today. I was like, wow. So they really trying to he signed it in. He signed, that was one of his
shit, that's all the same stuff that Obama was doing as well.
Right, but I guess it didn't pass or whatever. So he had to redo it. I guess Trump must have undid it. Because he had to
shoot, I wish he was around to undo it again.
I know that's right. But I have a question. Oh, today is what? When
the 25th.
See you?
Huh?
I gotta come see you one more time.
Okay.
When you want me to come see you?
I
guess I'll text you.
Yeah, text me. Let me know.
Sunday.
Sunday sound good.
Okay.
All right.
Question about the nationality.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, so before we were doing it in our state, in the superior, in the court of record or whatever. I think what we were doing it, Supreme Court.
Right.
Before
the
injunction for the trust.
Yeah.
So can we do it in any state now that we're in trust? Can we do it in the state that we would not?
As long as you can get it in a court of record, yes, you can.
Okay, so because I did my trust in Georgia, so I can just do my name change in Georgia.
Yeah, especially since you got a location here.
Okay, because it has more to do with domicile. I have to be domiciled here for it to work for it.
Right. Now, my man D texted me, and you know what? I did see that, D, and I did plan on talking about that, but I forgot. So thanks for the reminder. If y'all didn't know it, the Federal Reserve Bank shut down yesterday. It was shut down for an hour or two. Now, that sounds like the reset is happening. Now, someone also asked me, well, Jonah, if Nasira is happening, and we're going back to the Constitution, and we're going to, why would we need you to do this this webinar that you're talking about doing? And I asked the question. The question was, before 1933, did you have slaves? People were free, but were there slaves too? I remember it was slavery before they did 1933. 1933 is when they enslaved everybody. The truth is, they had Kanye tell y'all slavery's a choice. They're going to give y'all a choice to be a slave again or to be free. In other words, they're not going to forcefully try to enslave everyone when they reset this shit. But everyone's not going to be free. Everyone's not going to be free under Nasera. Don't you believe that shit? You go back to biblical times and it was slaves. Debt slaves. Before 1933, your ass could have went to jail. Before the Constitutions, your ass went to jail for owing people money. Yeah. That's why Georgia's Constitution said you cannot go to jail for owing someone money. Because debt jails was real. Slavery existed. So as long as commerce exists, y'all gonna need to do the right thing. Like, and not to mention, what if it doesn't happen? You're gonna do a Hail Mary pass? Not I. I put it inside the trust. I protect myself. No matter what happens, I'm gonna be covered. That's what y'all should be doing as well.
But then you got to realize they're not going to go announcing it. They're not going to make it a.
They're not. That's why it's going to be the bullshit. The bullshit is they're going to catch people. If people still keep on paying that damn mortgage, they're going to accept the money.
Exactly.
Even if it has been discharged. Because in my mind, think about it. They said they bailed out America in 2008, the real estate market, right? How the hell, if they paid all the loans of the bank, how did y'all still owe money to the bank? It was a bailout, right?
Same way they're going to do this still.
Right.
Yep. Same way they're going to do the
right.
They're not going to tell you you're going to keep paying. They're going to let you keep paying.
Exactly.
They got to keep the slave. They got to keep the fuckery going because that's what people want. They're going to be looking for it. How am I going to pay my mortgage? Who am I paying?
Exactly.
Running them down trying to pay it.
Exactly. So that's what's going down. But yeah, the Fed did close down. That's never happened. What's going on? What's going on? So and that happened just before March. I mean, how many more days do we got before March hits? I don't know. I can't say for certain that we go back 100% into the Republic on March 1st. But all I can say is there's a lot of strange things happening. So next Friday, hold on, let me look. I'm not in the right calendar. January, February, March. So 25th. So in Monday, I guess we'll know.
Right. And not only that, Jonah, you got to look at how hard they tried not to get Biden in there so they can keep this whole thing going. But I mean, the things that they did right before the election, it should tell you something. Like they were doing too much. Like they did so much to get this, to keep it in the democracy.
Oh, but look at what they said when they said if the black people take the vaccine, it's like reparations.
Did you see that?
I was like, what the fuck? What kind of racist shit is that?
That was total racist. I was like, whoa.
And I'm like, yo, so we supposed to be like the Tuskegee experiment, right?
No, he's saying he reparating y'all because you're going to die. He got everybody believing that, this thing is real, which is fake. And then that you're going to die if you don't take it. So But the fact that we giving it to you, we saving you. This is your reparation. This is your, no, he said, this is your 40 acres and a mule.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard, nigga. I need money.
This is the vaccine. He said the vaccine is your 40 acres and a mule. I say, I'll be damned.
That's some dumb shit, man. Just like when Biden said that dumb shit, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Coming from a white man.
You ain't black. Wow.
That's some racist
and
ass
them niggas
shit.
Was running them niggas was
So
running
I guess
them.
if I say, if you
that.
can dance, if you got soul, you could sing, you ain't white.
Wow.
Really?
That's crazy.
All it takes is for any white guy or white girl to grow up around nothing but black people and be around them every day, all day long.
Exactly. And keep it moving, keep jamming.
You know what I mean?
Keep jamming, she'll get it.
They're going to learn it just like anyone else. But if they don't learn it in a proper amount of time, they ain't never going to have that rhythm. That's just what it is. Shit, you got black people that don't have rhythm because they ain't been around no black people for real. So-called black people.
That part.
So-called black people. Yeah. Well, all right, wonderful talking to you.
I got one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
I got one more question. So when you if you get property from another state, just like you said, if you buy a piece of land from another state, I remember you said do we have to file the trust in that state, or we can still just put it in our trust in Georgia?
You can put it in the trust here, but not really. What do I mean?
Oh, okay.
I mean, the trust is filed here in Georgia, right? And you can actually take the warranty deed and say it's and switch the title into the name of the trust here. But you cannot do that here in Georgia. You have to do that warranty deed wherever that house is. Let's say if it's in California, you have to change the warranty deed in California and put the trust name on in California.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so California, I will put the name of the trust, my name of my trust on the deed and file it in California.
Yes.
That's okay. You can do it like that.
Absolutely.
Okay. But you still want to mention it in your minutes in Georgia.
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But do we have to file our whole trust in that state too, just to solidify?
Now here's the thing. You would definitely need a DBA. Remember, if you put in that house into a trust in that state, you are doing what is called commerce. To do commerce in another state, your trust is foreign in that state, it's going to need to have a DBA.
A business, DBA filed in that state.
Yes.
Gotcha. Should we do it in the name of both the straw man and you know what I mean? Like how we did it? Or just
now, someone asked me, using their documents will take it out of the trust out of and put it in their jurisdiction? No.
Right. Because
it all depends on what the hell that document says and if it's entrapment. But the trust is going to be what is called a natural person, no matter what it does. So you're going to be straight.
So once you reconvey it and put the trust name on there, it's automatically under the trust.
Now, let me say this. Let's say if the trust is done in Georgia, but the property is in California, you might have to do additional paperwork for that trust not to pay taxes there.
For the property, that's what I was thinking. That's the part I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be another procedure you're going to have to do. You might have to you might have to do something called the Homestead Act under the Constitution to make it where it's going to be tax exempt there, but they're not going to automatically do it for you.
Right. Gotcha. That's what I was going to ask you about the paperwork to get it off the tax roll. We got to search that down and figure out if it's in another state how to do it.
Right. I mean, I know how to do it here in Georgia. I don't know other states.
Right.
That's stuff that y'all going to have to study.
Exactly. Got it. Okay. Appreciate you, man. I'll give you a text to let you know when I'm coming, okay?
No doubt.
Okay. Peace.
Peace. Now today is gonna be a short show because this ain't my normal day for doing a show. And once again, that's why I'm not taking no breaks or nothing. But once again, we got an upcoming webinar, March 31st. It's on the Trust House lawsuit webinar. And it's to make sure you get your house inside the trust property properly, and to make sure that then you can actually do the paperwork that's going to make the bank give you the house free and clear under equity. So it's going to be March 13th, y'all. And it's $200. To buy tickets, go to jonahbay.com and the whole nine. Let me go back to the call. I'm going to 602-790. Peace to the God.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How you doing,
sir.
man? I'm wonderful, magnificent, and great. I'm so
Ashe.
happy, man, that I'm surrounded by wonderful, beautiful, rich, magnificent friends, man, who are achieving everything that they want in life, man. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man, in these streets, man. I'm just enjoying this little life, man, we've been building. Thanks to my guy Jonah, man, and his protection, man. This bubble of protection we was able to put around ourselves.
No doubt. So you got any questions or comments tonight?
No, man, I had one. You had answered it. I would want to put that in there to show the
I know,
newbies.
don't I always be doing that, man. A lot of y'all got the same questions. So what happens is if I answer someone else's question, it answers yours.
Facts. Because I think we be talking to people in court. I want to see how to stay out of court, you know?
Right.
Real in the fuck with them.
Yo, and that's the thing, man. I'm
about.
never in court now. I've done enough where it's not a factor for me. Now it's all about, when I'm doing trust paperwork and all that, that's doing remember the paperwork is the court, but I'm not going into their administrative hearings, which is very important.
Facts.
When you get to the private, they ain't gonna pull you into their administrative hearings because they don't have jurisdiction over you.
Yeah, and basically too with the land too, with buying stuff like in a trust. So you just got because we already got our trust registered in Arizona. So we bought some land in another county. So we just did a DBA in that county.
Exactly, you did it right.
Basically just do a DBA in that county and let them know. That's what this is, and it just basically take them back to the original, because all of them connected to the main county, basically, which is where we at.
Right.
In Arizona. So yeah, we just basically do that, man, and leave that alone. I wasn't going to do a minute entry based off one of your shows. You said that basically we don't got to do that because they don't want it. They ain't gonna put it on there. They don't want the public to know what's in there.
They do not want to know. They do not want the public to know what's in your trust.
Yeah, so I didn't do the mini entry, but I'm listening though. So if I have to, I sure will do it. It ain't nothing but a second to go get each other to drop it off up in there.
Right. All right, then. Wonderful talking to you, my brother.
Some good energy, man.
No doubt. Peace.
Peace.
All right. I can't believe it's going so smooth, but it's going smooth because a lot of people don't even know I'm on tonight. You know what I mean? But I'm glad about it going so smooth. I'm going to the next call. I'm going to 316-308. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, brother Jonah Bay. How you doing tonight, King?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great, and I'm so happy and thankful that large, gigantic, enormous sums of money come to me and everyone else out there that's listening right now.
Shit.
Right now and always forever.
Yeah, let it be done.
I don't really have much for you tonight, Jonah. I was going to say, if you need someone to help you with those slides as far as the pre-recorded, I can definitely do that because, I'm definitely one of those masters with the EIN, thanks to you. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely help you out with that on the graphics tip.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
I need that. I need that. All right, make sure you hit me in my email and give me your number and all that so I can hit you back and we could do that for the people.
No doubt, God, no doubt. We'll definitely do that. I just wanted to throw a testimony out there for the people.
Oh, shit.
Jonah Banks is not BSing when he's telling God to do your injunction. I'm telling you, family, do your injunctions. It works. It works. It works. It works so well that I did an injunction for my wife, and my wife realizes how good an injunction works. So, family, do your injunction. It works.
And what's crazy is y'all could do the injunction for your family members without them even knowing you did it.
That's facts.
And being that we melanated, we need all the protection we can get from these cops, man. Just to be real.
No, you're not lying on that one, Jonah. I appreciate you bringing that information to the family because I was one of those that I didn't immediately jump on it, but I did make sure that I jumped on it. You know what I'm saying? In the nick of time for myself, just because.
Well, that's good.
You know, I had some minimal contacts, you know what I'm saying, that I was dealing with. And I would say that I'm currently still dealing with them just because I haven't found the time to go back and deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also free enough to where I don't have to worry about them in the foresight.
Exactly.
Kind of on the back burner for me.
Exactly.
You know, I understand how to deal with that situation. I'm just not ready to yet.
Right. Now, I remember the craziest shit. When I first did the injunction, you know, back then, I was trying to use the right to travel card, you know, from Great Seal. And man, I was trying to use, you know, Supreme Court cases in those cases and all that. But yo, I had mad points on a suspended license. I was getting, every time I got pulled over, they locked me up, B. I remember one time I had the kids in the car. We in the Hummer, and I was just taking London. I was picking them up from being tested because, you know, I homeschooled them. And got pulled over on the highway, man. They locked my butt up. My daughter seen me getting locked up. She's been kind of not liking Popo ever since then. Shit, I came back. I created the injunction. I did it. And I had about 5 different cases for traveling. They all went away. They all got settled. I never even went back to court for them. And I went back just to see if they were still active and all. They was like, you ain't got no cases. So yeah, the injunction is bananas. And that was maybe 10, 15 years ago. Because, you know, London grown now. So, you know, Layla was a baby when it happened. So it was quite some time ago. But anyway, wonderful talking to you, brother. And for the newbies, y'all can go to jonahbay.com and pick up your injunctions. You definitely want to get on that do not detain list. All right, I'm going 618-671. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God.
What up, God?
Man, chilling, man. I'm so happy for the insurmountable sums of money that flows to me swiftly and easily.
Right.
I mean, I just got a quick question, man. Do you know, remember when you said that the oaths and bonds of the public officials?
Yeah.
That they're kept in the comptroller of the county?
Yes.
So that includes the oaths and bonds of the police officers as well?
Most of them, some of them.
Okay.
It all depends.
So where else
See, not every republic doesn't run the same. You got what they call commonwealths, and then you got regular ones and shit. They all got little different rules, but you know, it got to be somewhere. It got to be on the public record. See, police officers actually carry their ID card has their oath to the Constitution on it. But since they are private security, nah, they don't have to. You know, their company can forgive them for not following it. But you have to go after the actual company, the CEO of the police department. Each police department is a for-profit business, security firm. It's owned by somebody. And that person is directly responsible for them to follow the Constitution. But I say, why go through all of that? Because all police authority comes from the sheriff. So he can rein them in at any time.
So the sheriff can give me their oath and bonds.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why when I showed y'all how they do the injunction, you give it to the sheriff puts you on the do not detain. He's the one that puts it in the actual, well, his secretary puts it in the actual computers of every cop car.
Okay.
All right. You got anything else?
All right. Yeah. Can you clarify on the whole, getting the whole 98 number shit again with your social?
Nah, y'all gonna have to go back. Gotta go back to the archives. That was just last week.
All right.
If I do it now, there's a lot of newbies on.
We've been building on that shit for long, private.
Right, a whole month now. If I do it now, it's gonna confuse a lot of newbies. So just go back in the archives and the point of the archives is so I don't have to keep on saying the same stuff again and again and again. If y'all are parents, y'all know how aggravating it is to say the same things again and again and again. So it's recorded, man. Just press play. Don't ask me to keep on saying things again and again. All that's going to do is piss me off. All right, peace and love.
All is well.
All right, so I'm going to the next call. I'm going to 336-722. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, Elder Bay. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm wonderful, magnificent, and great. Let me get my tea. Hold on. All right. What are you drinking your tea, Elder?
Oh, that's the first thing that I drink in the morning is my hibiscus tea. I drink it in the evening and I drink it before I go to sleep. And it got ginger in it, cinnamon, a little sea moss, and some apple cider vinegar.
All right, cool. Okay. I have a natural antibiotic should you need that.
Okay.
And how's your circulation?
I'm taking the herbs for that. It's great. I've been doing intermittent fasting, so everything working extremely well.
Very good. Well, let's talk about something working extremely well, because that injunction.
This motherfucker moved from health to the injunction.
Yeah. Well, I don't have much time, so I gotta move. I know it's not a lot of time you need to get other calls in, so I'm gonna move quick with you, Elder, because you.
Yeah, I'm about to get off.
You said that injunction was when you said that injunction was a court order.
Yeah.
All kinds of light bulbs went off. All right. Like for instance, peep game. What do you think about this? Because they say if you can't get through one door, you have to build another.
Right.
All right. So what do you think about the notion of vesting the foreign trust with judicial power and giving it the authority to adjudicate and issue formal judgments and decrees? In other words, what I'm saying to you, we could build a court in the trust, couldn't we?
Well, technically, of course, because all all governments are trusts. You've watched it your whole life.
Correct. So if we can build a court within our own trust and take our trustees and appoint them as Supreme Court justices, meaning chief justices, we can write our own court order.
Listen,
What's your thought?
that may be true, but I'm gonna take you back to the formation of what we call the United States of America, right? And America did that shit, and they sent their decrees off to England. And you know what England said? I don't give a fuck. You up under me. And you're going to do what I say. If not, we're going to send our army. And that's what England did.
The point of the gun. So the point of the gun, ultimately, we have to contend with, should we say to ourselves, should the foreign trust say, hey, we have the same judicial...
You ain't got shit without no army. You ain't got nothing without no army, man. So what did the United States have to do? United States had to find foreign aid. They found foreign aid through who? Morocco Empire.
Right.
Until you can find someone foreign to aid you that has an army.
That's dope stuff. Okay. That's dope stuff. Oh, another thing.
And I'm not giving you my opinion. I gave y'all history.
Sure.
History says that.
Exactly. Well, we got a lot of people who always try to say, well, you know, why do we have to do this and why do we have to do that? Well, yeah, you got 2-year-olds here with hands on nuclear weapons and guns.
Right. Listen, first of all, it was their time to take over and run the world. It was prophesized. You ain't going to stop the prophecy. And you know how our ancestors seen what was to come in the future. It was written in the stars. They knew how to read the stars. So you ain't going to change what the heavens have ordained to happen.
Right. Correct. Exactly right. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You were right about those trust minutes, because I'll bear witness that me of a testimony of one that I know that he went to transfer his vehicle into the name of his trust, and they would not say that trust owned the vehicle until he came back to them with trust minutes showing that the vehicle was in trust.
Mm-hmm. Well, the vehicle cannot be in the trust unless you actually put the trust name on the title, and then you show the trust minutes.
Right. So they transferred his vehicle in the name of the trust, and he found great success at that. And I thought, well, damn, you know, the idea of these minutes and stuff is cold. That's real strong teaching. Right
I bought a BMW 1 Series, and it never went into nothing but the trust. I bought it at the dealership in the name of the trust.
Correct. So then, did you get a title to that?
Yeah, the title came. The title came in the name of the trust.
Correct. So since then, you haven't even really seen a point. I don't even think there's a point of going to a DMV for that at that point, because it's already in the name of the trust.
You have to. What do you mean? You have to give it to DMV so that they can send you the new title.
I see. Got you. Let's see where you at. All right.
Yeah.
Shoot. I think on that, just know, man, you're listening, and the ideas and the teaching that you're dropping, sometimes they may register late with me, but in the end,
it gets there.
The light bulb comes off.
Right.
You know?
No doubt. Peace.
Elder, peace to you.
All right, we got time for one more call, and then I'm out of here. 702-807. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Great, magnificently great, man. You know, you're a great teacher, man. I appreciate you, man. And you know, people don't realize, man, y'all movies and people that really haven't done this Injunction,
Thank you. Yeah, it's an equitable injunction. It's an equity court order. That's why it works so well. It's making you enforce the trustees of their trust to do their job.
That's my partner right there. Bro, we've been going in out here. Real talk. We out here. Bro, man. North Carolina. Bro, we having great successes with people, bro, and we're so deep, bro, because people don't even, like, really understand this shit, bro. It's just crazy. It's just what he's good about. What he's talking about. This is the shit we on, and he's doing this shit, bro. We got IP. I'm going on, like, just off your teachings and other shit that I know and he knows. Bro, we can put it all together and we can make it happen. Like, shit is happening. Like, I was doing something like 90 miles down the highway with fucking cars we got behind me and just sliding my ass. They just like, I knew it was the police, but they just got off.
Yeah, they leave you alone. They go into that computer, they're reading your plate while they behind you, and then it says, you know, on the do not detain, it says leave you alone, and they leave that ass alone.
Hey, bro. That's just real talk, bro. I mean, we doing something. This ain't the first, but I've been here since day one. So yeah, but that injunction, now you saying that injunction, the court order, so that's like taking this to a whole nother level.
Right.
You know, but we did that shit though. What you talked about with the vehicle, see the thing is, right, and you just telling me, you said, look, that vehicle has to get the title. It has to get a title to it. See,
right. It works so much better when it's in the trust. Yes. Oh, yeah, it's like the injunction gets on steroids.
Right. Hey, bro, let me tell you something. When I went in there with the trust minute, I didn't have the car. The car wasn't in the trust minute. But they seen it.
Now,
like, yo, this is crazy.
Dia said she got pulled over with her injunction. Dia Dwight. Of course you did. Because, listen. The injunction does not work for racist ass cops. Racist ass cops don't give a fuck what is on the computer screen. Secondly, a lot of times you get pulled over if you have the injunction because the cop is lazy. He hasn't looked up on the computer while he was behind you. He just pulls you over. Then you give him some type of ID, and then he looks in the computer when he's looking up your name and sees it. And then they start treating you different. Some, the older cops that know what they're doing, they read your plate and read the injunction before they pull you over, and then they don't pull you over. The rookies don't know how to do that yet. And let me also say, there's a lot of y'all that got the injunction from other people, and your shit ain't done right. You know what I mean? Y'all, a lot of y'all try to be cheap and get someone else's paperwork, and it ain't done right. Y'all didn't do it right. Y'all didn't execute it right. I've seen people's injunctions that got all these people on it who they sent, and I'm like, yo, that's not even the people you send the injunction to. You send it to constitutional officers. You know what I mean? You didn't get the governor. I've seen all types of shit that's the injunctions effed up. I seen them take the injunction and put patriot information in it, and it should be all constitutional. You know, so y'all gotta look at that too.
Well, look, right, exactly. And like you said, everybody said that JONAH, I don't fuck with nobody. That injunction has taken us very far, and it's kept a lot of us fucking safe and out of fucking prison, bro. Real tough.
Real talk.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you, God. That's our time for tonight. Wonderful talking to you. I'll talk to you again real soon. I'll be on Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll be going live again. I'll go live on Instagram. I'll go live on YouTube. I'll go live on Facebook, just like tonight. And Moors, look your best. Moors, do your best. And once again, I have a webinar coming up March 13th on the Trust House lawsuit. For more information, go to jonahbay.com. Okay? Looking forward to seeing y'all on that webinar. And we are out of here. Thanks a lot, y'all. Peace, God.